What's up, guys? It's Ladwick here. I usually play Magic the Gathering Arena uh, a couple of times a day. I might skip a day or two, but it's kind of a relaxing thing most of the time that I do. Sometimes it's super frustrating. You get that mix of like the opponent's deck is just popping off and mine's like it's got a bunch of mud in the gears. But I decided to record this because I found my favorite mechanic in Magic the Gathering, and that's right here. The teleportation circle. At the beginning of your upkeep, or I'm sorry, beginning of your end step. I spooked him. Anyway, flickering. To exile something, usually a creature, on your end step, and then throw it back onto the field. My deck that I have IRL that I use, it's not really a theme, it's just kind of a hodgepodge of creatures that just have really good ETB abilities, enter the battlefield abilities. Stonehorn Dignitary, I think it's what it's called. I should honestly pull that deck and look at it right now, but when it enters the battlefield, your opponent skips their next combat phase, which means they can't attack. So as long as I have what I usually use is a Conjurer's Closet, which is an artifact that does that flicker ability, exile it on your end step, and immediately throw it back onto the field, which I just call flickering. So as long as I have him out and the Conjurer's Closet, this is for my IRL deck, not my arena. Black. They can't attack as long as I have that cycle going. But when I found out the teleportation circle existed, right here, it's one cheaper, and the Conjurer's Closet didn't exist in Magic Arena. It's too old or something. Don't know what the issue is or was. But now that I have it, I can actually build like my favorite kind of deck. So here I am right now. I like literally this deck is 48 hours old, give or take, and I've got like 2 or 3 different versions of like a deck with the transportation circle in it. So it's a lot of it's still up in the air about what I want in it. I just don't have enough cards on Magic Arena to just make a hodgepodge of like really good ETB cards, like my deck I have the physical cards of. So right now I'm just kind of play testing a lot of kind of ideas, and right now this one, the theme is like I've got a lot of clerics in the deck. I was actually kind of on accident how many clerics just kind of appeared. But it's a lot of these life gain. Whenever I gain a life, put a 1/1 counter out. And so I can kind of, like, whenever a creature enters the battlefield, gain a life. So, and I was able to flicker using the transportation circle and kind of get that, recycle that off if I didn't have something to come into the battlefield every turn from drawing. But did I do that? I did. Now, see, okay, this is where this comes into play. The other kinds of one-off cards that I can use. But it's still a cleric, and I get abilities like this one. Whenever an angel or cleric enters the battlefield, when you gain its life to its toughness, as long as I have 7 more life, all my creatures get a +2/+2. This should honestly be a legendary creature, and probably worth 4 mana. Especially, just even if it's just a flying 2/4 for 3 mana with no ability. It's honestly one of the best white cards I have on Arena. It's so broken. But, like I was saying with this, I can flicker it, and I can cycle through a dungeon over and over again. And when I complete a dungeon and it attacks, I can recycle stuff. Is it creatures only? Creatures with a mana value of 3 or less. A lot of my stuff is 3 or less. And I have another angel that allows me to... What does this need to be? Green. And then oof. I've got time. Get that going. And I have another one. It's black, green, and white? I think it's white. 5 mana, whatever. 6 mana, I don't know. But it doubles the enter the battlefield effects. So, like, if he entered the battlefield, I'd go in the dungeon twice. But I don't feel like attacking. And I don't like playing fast decks. I know that's the meta. That's how, you know, if you want to win a game, you got to do it in the first 5 turns. I've never had fun playing a game on Arena or in real life with my friends, with my older brother. Never. If somebody wins within 5 turns, it's not fun for anyone. Yeah, I don't play competitively or anything like that. It's all house rules. Like, I have explained how we play Magic, my friends and my older brother, and it was described as like the Wild West. So, yeah, it's just standard house rules. We play mana, drop, replenish hand sometimes. Not very often, but we do. That attacked. Can that die? Blah, blah, blah. I just don't feel like attacking yet. Oh, crap. I need to do that next. Oh, well. What is that? May return her owner's hand. Ooh, that's expensive. No, man, you can have that. It's all you, buddy. Another mana, that's good. Man, I want that. Is it legendary? That off. Man, I want to see one small issue with the with having it be 1/1 counters and a flicker deck is when you flicker it, you lose all the counters on it. So I've got to be careful. Like, I want to recycle this one because whenever it enters a battlefield, it's the party mechanic, and I only have clerics. Ugh. Anyway, I wind up forcing myself to have to flicker something that has counters on it sometimes. And that's not good. See, when this flickers, I can at least block something with it in life. When this flickers, I get to put a 1/1 counter on something in my hand that is a cleric, rogue, warrior, or wizard. Clerics. So I've got a lot of layers. So the cleric thing kind of happened on accident, for sure. But let's see. Just a battlefield, scry. That's a one and done. One and done. Let's get rid of it. Ooh, what do you have for 6? 6 open mana on a blue deck. No? No tricks? Okay. Didn't see that coming. Okay. That's my least favorite thing of Magic Arena, is like the moments in between. Like, you don't know if it's your opponent just sitting here and planning, contemplating, or the internet's being crappy. Like, it's so hard to tell sometimes. Okay. Nope. No combat. None of that. Man. I could afford to attack with this. Might as well. Life, which will be one of those. And I want it. I want to. I don't have to flicker that. Let's put it on this. Nope. In turn, we get to flicker, and we're going to do my dwarf, which is a cleric, and I'll gain 3 life from that. And I do not need any more mana, so we'll do Goblan. That is a creature entering the battlefield, gaining me life, allowing me to put more 1/1 counters out. Over here. Blam. And this will need to attack. Ooh, no, shoot. I'm not ready to attack yet. I wasted that. That's a pretty good blocker already. I want to gain more life. There we go. That's tough enough. I want to flicker that. I'll leave this. See, I don't like to dump all of my 1/1 counters, all of my eggs in one basket, because of, like, with blue, it'll just bounce it right back to my hand. Or other decks, like black, it'll just destroy it. Or white, pacify, whatever. Ooh. Okay, lots of flying. Crap. Why are you attacking with so much? I don't understand. And then... Well, hold on. The 6/6 can go here. That one. Okay. There we go. The rest of it's flying. Okay. Man, what were you trying to accomplish there? Holy crap. I've not had... There it is. Okay. Last desperate attack there. And I've never been to a... Well, I'll take that back. I've been to a tournament once, and I did not have fun. Just, people were way too serious about it. Like, the kind of people that were there to win a prize, and they were just competitive about it, and they're just... It's not fun. So I've never been to another tournament since. But the few people that I talk to that do play competitively, far and in between, play or say that life gain, mono white, or just life gain in general, is not a viable, like a good way to play Magic. And it might not be, because there's plenty of ways to win a game, just no matter how much life you got, it's an instant win. I've got one in my white deck, my Angel deck. If you have 35 or more life when this Angel attacks, you win the game. Or whatever. There's a couple of different ways around that, so it doesn't matter if you have 1,000 life. Doesn't matter. So I understand. And a really good competitive deck has those ways to win. Like milling. You know, blue's probably the most competitive deck. Well, I'm getting on a tangent, but that needs to be green. But the wolf here is really good. When it enters the battlefield, gain 1 life. Loving that. And when you cast your next creature, it gets a 1/1 counter, vigilance, and trample. And that is fantastic, because I like to put it on these. Flying, lifelink, vigilance, and trample. And I throw my 1/1 counters on that thing. And it just rolls so fast. And I have the recipe for that. I just need my cleric enchantment for that. I don't have it yet, but... Okay, we'll do this first. Gotta do this in the right order. And then my wolf. So the next thing I play is this sucker, which will give me flying, vigilance, and lifelink. But when he played the Witch's Oven, that reminds me, I have the ability now to make my favorite deck, my Flicker, the mechanic, in the Magic Arena. But my second favorite deck, it's a tough one, is my Sacrifice, Golgari. however you say that, a black and green deck. And it has a witch's oven in it, and the witch's cat, or the witch's familiar, I think that's what it is. It's a good. But that's my next on my agenda. I want to perfect this first, though, my flicker, which I suspect is going to take a little while. I did win that last one, and it kind of sucks with with Magic because, or on Arena, because a lot of people. Man, the moment like something goes wrong, they just quit. And I granted, I really try not to, but I've done it before. I hate that, but I'm gonna try not to. What happened? What happened? I've got a blue mana. Blue mana. That's a green. We'll do black. Okay, so we've got the pup. Got that on there. That's 3 mana. Yeah, get this guy. Which I love. Oh, I've only got 2 mana. Right. These islands, or lands here, I've got 3 blue. Well, they naturally count for blue. I've got 3 of those. I've got 3 that is the same thing, but count for white. And then a green. 3, 3, and 3. Yeah, we're gonna attack with that. They enter battle with a tap, but you choose a color, and now it counts for the black, whatever color you choose, and then it's natural floating isle. And it's fantastic. Now it does slow me down a little bit because it comes in tapped, obviously. But as far as like, because I've got every color in this deck, I've only got 2 cards that are red. It's for artifact destruction. What does that do? Whenever you sacrifice an artifact creature. I can draw a card. That's really good. What a squirrel. I can remember that for my sacrifice deck. Blocker. It's Death Touch. Well, I am A-okay to lose 1 wolf. So... Don't know what you were thinking there. Oh. Crap. Oh, no. Well, I was going to do 2 wolves, but I'm glad I didn't now. Dang. That was a good slew of combos there. We'll do... that's already. We'll do this one first, which is a cleric, so that'll activate that. Get that happen. So that's gonna be tougher. Ooh, yes. We need that. Bam. So I can keep up with that for a little while here. Especially when I can get 2 of these out. Where are we at here? Yeah. 2 life and 2 life. Which, well, that's 4 life whenever it attacks, just right off the rip. Okay, alright, so you are going to sacrifice, making it 4. I am totally okay with doing that. And I oughta throw her in, just in case, because I've got another one. So, yeah, that's how we're going to have to do it. Can't risk it. Yeah, I didn't see that coming, did you? Uh-huh. Yeah, he had to. Wait, what is that? Oh, God. Oh, sacrifice a free turn. Got it. Don't you have to cast it? Oh, you can only do it one. I see. 5, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I did. Thank goodness I put that on there just in case. Oh no! No! Shoot. Well, he got rid of that thing. He must have a way to bring it back. Hey, there it is. Okay, that's... Oh, man. Oh, it's 2 colorless, so that's fine. This is the other angel I was talking about. I'm gonna want to flicker that a lot. Might as well. Anyway. Blah blah blah, foretell. Okay. So when it enters the battlefield, return a permanent with a mana value of 2 or less graveyard to the battlefield. So that is 1, 2, 3 of the things in my graveyard. So that's really good. That's a good thing to just flicker over and over again. I do need 1 more freaking mana though, so I can start rolling. That would have been game had he not. I think whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. Yeah, okay, that's an infinite combo right there. See, whenever for this one, whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. Okay, so I lose 1 life, he's gonna gain a life. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. So, if at any point, for any reason, he gains or I lose 1 life, it chains. 1, 2. It just loops. And there's another 5-cost enchantment, I think it's Sanguine Bond, that I used in my vampire deck, but this is just cheaper. It costs 2 less. Hey! I don't have 4 mana to do it anyway. So let's play this one. I see it. You're tapped out. I don't care if you have an instant in your hand. You can't do anything with it. I shouldn't say that there. Something that costs 0. Of course. 1 mana. That's the reason I lose, man. If that is the reason I lose. Oh, man. Man, if I just get 1 more mana, if I can just get 1 more mana, I can start recycling, flickering this every turn. So I can play that, and start doing that over and over again. And I can start throwing a wolf out every turn. And chunk blocking that freaking giant squirrel. But right now, I'm kind of holding on with my cleric here, or soul warden. I think there's another. It's not soul warden, obviously, but it's another card that's a 1-cost, 1/1, and does the exact same ability. What? No! Oh, see, there it is. Hey. A 2 at a time? Why is it 2 at a time? Why is it 2? I mean, it was dead anyway. Dang! 1 for 1. Alright, let's go 2 out of 3. So what was that missing? That had a mana problem that game. My first game didn't. Well, I'll go back and watch the recording. I'm getting hungry. Come on. Come on. Anyway, so I am totally open for like comments and other stuff like that. If you have any ideas, like on Magic Arena, of cards to use in this Flicker deck. See, that's the guy I was talking about. That doubles abilities. Oh, duh. Black, green, and blue. Yeah. So, man, I'd say like 60% of the time. I think all 3 games I've had this in my opening hand that I've played. Sitting down here. La 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 la. That's already white. So we need a blue and a black. I think I'm more likely to get a blue. Okay, we'll do that next. So that's 4 mana. That's what we need. It's 3 mana. I want to get this going. And 4 mana. Get that. So I can keep up with this things. What does it take? That takes 3 mana. That gives it a... Okay, blah blah blah, and that 3/3 in Death Touch. Fudge Sickle. Yeah. Alright, it's gonna get a +1/+1 counter. Yeah. Okay, alright, what is first? That's... That Death Touch is gonna mess me up. We do this first. That's a bunch of card draw and stuff. We gotta do that first, man. I won't block it anyway, so we might as well. So, yeah, this is cool for card draw, which white doesn't have a whole lot of. So I was really happy to find that. I wish it was a Vampire Cleric. Although, that seems like a contradictory combination. Yeah. Although this keeps him from playing anything else. If he thinks he's just going to win that way. Yes! Another mana. Okay, so that's 5. So I can bring something back. So we need to do this first. Which will gain me a life. Why didn't it? Okay, yeah, I see now. So that's 2 of them. I've got to do it. That'll be 3 life. And then we'll attack with it, because now that's going to be 6 damage, bring me back down to 10. And I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Because honestly, what I want to flicker is that. Yeah. What is that? Which one is that? What do? 2. What is that? Whenever a source deals damage to... I'm dyslexic, I can't read that. The source's controller sacrifices that many permanents. Oh, he didn't attack. Why? Alright, so we've already got black. Now we need blue, and that's enough mana to play him next turn. This card, I really love Cleric class. Out of all the classes, Warrior, Barbarian, all of them, that one's my favorite. That's flying. I'm just going to go over your head. Right? Yeah. Blam. And then we'll flicker that. I should have attacked with it, because it untaps it too. But... So let's... Might as well spread the wealth here. Sweet. Ah, okay. The class. Because whenever I gain life, I gain that much. +1, which adds up pretty quick. And then, obviously, the 1/1 counters. And the 5. Drink. Oh! Motherfucker. Gross. Goodbye. Ooh, is that enough mana for 1, 2, 3, 4? Heck yeah! Heck yeah! Watch this. Oh, dang it, dude! That would have been game. Oh, that's game next turn. Because we'll flicker that. I should have. If I had been thinking, if I'd done the math, gain 2 life instead, and that would have gone. This to go off. That would have been 9 damage. Dang it. Yeah, all I gotta do is just not block that when it attacks. Or fly over it. So easy to deal with now. What happened? No! No! Each player sacrifices 2... Oh. Do I not? Oh, man. Did I frick up the order? Alright, which one do we want back? La 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 la. Probably that one to get card draw. Alright, let me just do that. Okay, that's cool. And we'll flicker it. That's it. I did that wrong. Okay, so we've got black, we've got blue, we need green, which is already green. So we've got plenty of white, so let's just do two. Actually, we need a red. Well. Ah! Doesn't matter. Unless I can block more than one creature. Son of a turd! Oh no! Oh, I'm so upset with myself. Oh my god. I'm so upset. Alright. So I flickered it on accident, getting rid of all of its 1/1 counters. Of course. So I gotta pay attention to what... We got no more mana left, so we can attack for 5. Yay! Okay! Despite messing up a little bit. Okay, so what did that game have? Okay, I started my hand opening hand with... I wish I could see that. That was just having enough mana. I guess I just got mana starved that second game. It was pretty good overall. Definitely room for improvement because I've kind of slapped it together. I do like the cleric theme I have going on, but it's kind of easy to mess up and kind of force myself to dial back with having to flicker something with a bunch of 1/1 counters on. And I don't have to flicker every turn. I can select 0, which is something I've definitely had to do. But for a whole mechanic in the game is to flicker, and to force myself to not use it is silly. So I'll piddle around with it some more and hopefully get back to you guys with a more streamlined deck for what I'm looking for. If you like the video, give me a like. I wouldn't ask you to subscribe yet. Literally my first video. I'll get some more out there. But definitely leave comments if you play Magic, and let me know things I could do better, things I could, things that aren't so great, but especially card ideas. I will take all of them. Peace.